You have to go through short-term losses to win in the long term. If you if you think that you can get to your long-term goal without any sort of loss, then your ego is way too high, and you need to take a big look at things and, well, look at the plan that you have made and realize that you need to come into acceptance that there is going to be a few losses, but it's the difference of losing and winning is giving up. Because yeah, you can take a loss, but if you give up, if you throw in that towel, then that is where that is where everyone was right about you. Everything that everyone's ever said about you, oh, you can't do this, you can't, oh, what you doing? Like, why are you doing that? It's not normal. Just find a stable job, do a stable thing. Then that's where they'll all be right about you. But going back to throwing in the towel, like, you can't throw in the towel. It's your corner, and in your corner is God. And God hasn't brought a towel because he's fixed that fight, that war that you're in. It's fixed. You are going to win as long as you don't give up. Because, well, you can't, because this is what you have chosen to do, and you've said you're going to do it. So do it. Finish what you said you are going to do. So if you're struggling in trading and you're going through a lot of losses and it's messing with you mentally, it's not losses, it's the opportunity to win. It's the opportunity to learn more about yourself, to grow more, and to become the best trader. Because that's with everything in life. You have to lose something to get the perspective of why it happened. Why is this happening to me? Because if you didn't lose something, or if you thought you were always going to get it without any loss, then you'd never appreciate it, or you'd never know how to handle that thing that you have been blessed with. So don't get overworked in your negativity of this won't work, of because I've took a short term loss, when in reality it's the long term win. That loss is what has led you to be successful. That trial, that yeah, the trial is what gets you to that victory. So just keep your mindset strong of this. Like, just change your perspective on how you see your losses, and come into acceptance of everything that's going around you, because it's happening for a reason. It's happening to help you grow. So just understand that the only way that you will fail, or you will lose the battle, or whatever it is once you give up. But if you don't give up, then you can't fail. Then you can't not be successful. So just don't let the negativity just overgrow in your brain. You you need to be filled with positivity. You need to know and just jump for the goals that you have, because the more you start to look in the past and you start to dwell on all the bad stuff that's happened, guess what? It's going to keep going. It's going to keep being bad, because your mindset isn't out of that. So your body then can't go into the place where your mind is, because there's that barrier, the barrier of doubt, the barrier of being scared, the barrier of failure. But what is failure? Like, because say if you had a lot of losses and you took a break and you think, oh, I'm not made for this. You, if you've done something that people won't normally do, whether it is day trading or if it's something else, if it's a business or whatever, you going through all that losses, you're already better than all the people who never started it in the first place. You're already better than the people who look at other people and say stuff about them and keep them in the place that they are, because they're scared to do the thing that you've done. And you've already got that knowledge of from taking that leap. You've already succeeded because you've gained more knowledge than they could ever know from just starting. because I don't think you realize, like, you watching this video, or you even thinking about the stuff that you're thinking, people can't even imagine doing that because it's impossible, or it's just something that they wouldn't do because they are scared to be talked of, or they're scared to get embarrassed, they're scared to fail. But you've actually took that risk and failed, and now it's time to grow from that failure. Now it's time to understand that failure is all a learning curve, and realistically, no one cares. No one ever has cares. Like, it's such a it's such a war in your mind of, like, why am I so bothered about what these people think when I'm doing it for myself? So you shouldn't even be thinking about other people if you're going to try this thing and it's truly for your better future. Because if it's for your future, then you shouldn't care what people think about you, or what it is they can, even even if it's people that you're close to, and they're saying, "Oh, don't do it," because that's all they know, that's all they understand yet. And you need to understand that sometimes it is from love, sometimes it's purely just because they know nothing else, but you know what's best for you, and you need to take that leap for yourself. So if you are going through failure and people are saying all this stuff to you, don't don't listen. And, like, just don't feed into their thoughts. Don't feed your brain with their thoughts. Starve it, and then your brain will find what it is that will eventually start to feed you with the positivity that you need. So just make sure that you focused, not focused on the losses, but focused on the bigger picture, the bigger view, which is being placed in the purpose of your life, the bigger goal, and the long-term success. So don't focus on these short-term losses, because it's just a long-term win. So yeah, I hope this helps. God bless.